This is Chris Kell with your Peak Fitness Home Strength Assessment. All right, and with this, the purpose of this test is just to determine starting points for basic exercises in your program. So I'm just going to demonstrate a couple of exercises, some progressions and regressions, and I just want you to write down the level, at which you're able to execute that currently with proper form. So the first exercise we're going to start out with is a push-up. Okay, and I'm going to start at the wall, and I'm actually going to show you first the technique that I'm looking for here. So when I'm doing a push-up, I want to think about keeping my back flat like a table versus leading with the hips or the chest. All right, my elbows are slightly tucked in, and I'm just coming down to the bottom and coming back up. So this is not a push-up. This is not a push-up. And if you can only get down about halfway, that's not a push-up either. So we really want to get as much range of motion as possible. Pause at the bottom for 1 to 2 seconds and come back up. All right, and if you find that you're really struggling at a certain level, start easier. It's perfectly fine. We just want to figure out, where you currently are. So our first test is going to be on the wall here. All right, so I'm up on my toes. My back is flat like the table. Keep my chest down the wall. Coming back up. Okay, and I just want you to perform about 5 to 10 push-ups. You'll know within rep 2 whether or not that's your level. From the wall, we're going to move down to a chair. Okay, the same rules apply. I can spread my feet out slightly to give myself a little bit better support. Chest drops down to the chair and I come back up. Alright, now what I would recommend after that, and I'm going to move to the floor, however, from a chair I would move to like maybe a lower step. If you have a house with stairs, that would be good. Just something, we'll use Reebok steps at our gym, just something as an intermediary step between, a higher incline and the floor. But with the floor, again, I'm just looking to pause at the bottom here, bring my chest down, hold, and come back up. And if that's easy, the hardest progression would be to get your feet up on either a chair or just something. Chest comes down, come back up. So again, just indicate your level. If the chair is where you were, just write 5-chair. If it's floor, 2-floor, whatever it may be, the number of reps that you were able to do up to 10, as well as the surface that you were comfortable on. Our next exercise is a squat. All right, with a squat, my first progression, or the proper form with the squat, is I want to sit back on my heels, stick my butt out like a bad dance move, pause at the bottom, and come back up. What I don't want to see is kind of caving into the knees or where I'm coming forward onto the toes. So really think about sticking your butt out and then descending back. All right, level 1, we only have 2 levels for this, would be to a chair where I'm right at about maybe halfway down. Level 2 would be all the way to parallel where I can get my butt all the way down and I come back up. So again, I want you to perform 10 and just indicate your current level. From there, we're going to move to a split squat. All right, with a split squat, my first level, or what I'm looking for with that is, I want to just think about dropping my back knee straight down to the floor. So there should be, it's almost like there's a line tethered, or my head is tethered into the ceiling. I'm coming straight up and down. What you'll notice is that I'm sitting back on my heel of the front leg. My knee stays over my toe. Okay, so it looks like a straight up and down motion versus this motion where I'm coming forward, my knee is jetting forward. I want to stay away from that. So my first level with that would be just holding onto a wall for support and coming up and down. Okay, now if that's easy, we're going to just move to a freestanding. Hands are on your hips, dropping straight up and down. Most advanced level would be back foot is on a chair or a step. I can bring it straight down to the ground. And again, I can come back up without leaning forward excessively or feeling, completely unstable. We need to be able to do the exercise. So again, just indicate the number of reps up to 10 as well as the level. Our last exercise is going to be hip lift. All right, with a hip lift, this is also a glute bridge. You've already done this test. We're going to do it on 2 legs. I just want to push my butt up into the air, hold. I should feel this in my butt. There should be a nice straight line between my torso up to my knees. And I'm just coming up and down 10 times. Now if I can do that, feeling it in the right places, I'm going to move my shoulders up onto a chair. Just going to hold on to the back of the chair, hips up, hold, same deal. Now if I can do that, I'm still feeling my glutes. I'm going to move back down to the floor. I'm going to move onto a single leg and do the same thing. Okay, if you can still feel that in your butt, and you're able to get good extension, our last level would be, again, up on a chair, just on a single leg. So holding on to the back of the chair, about halfway off, hip up, Make sure, again, my hip comes up parallel. Drop down so you can see me a little bit. Okay, and again, I'm looking for up to 10 on each side. So just kind of write down your level, you know, where you were, 8 dash single leg on a chair, or whatever it may be, and those are your fitness tests.